welcome back. We're doing a live today. I'm going to be doing, I have my Racomas here. This is a 1502. I also have a 1501. I'm going to be doing, well, I have 4 shirts to do. I'm going to do I'm going to at least start 2 of them while I'm on here. Show the loading it up with my hoop master and my mighty hoops. And then I'm going to, I'm not sure. I have a separate video. I just received some new mighty hoops, some new sizes. So I'm going to do an unboxing. I'll probably do that as a recording, or I may do it as a separate live. But just hang in there. Thanks for joining me, and welcome to the channel. Remember to like, comment, and subscribe. All right, thanks. Let's get going. All right, so I didn't realize on the setup. Got to work on the setup, guys. All right, so this is that. I was trying to orient it so that it would be easier for you all to see. It's definitely awkward trying to hoop stuff and I don't know why this thing is doing that. There we go. Let me do it this way, I think, and that way. How about that? There we go. Much easier. All right, so trying to hoop with you all over my shoulder. Uh-oh, I have one viewer. Hey, thanks for being here, for joining on. So this is the 16 by 13 mighty hoop. This is the bottom part. So let me show you how the mighty hoops show how they work. So they are magnetic hoops. So this is the top bracket. This is the part, you see those bracket pieces right here. That's the part that will that'll clamp into the machine. The U is the way that it's going to slide into the machine. So when you place your design, you plan for your design to go in this way. So this part will have a piece from the machine, so it'll slide in like that. Okay, so you don't want the smallest part, or the part this part needs to be open enough for the machine to come in and migrate around. Does that make sense? And then this is the hoop that orients you for how you're going to place it in there, how you're going to slide it in there. This is the bottom part. I'm not going to put them close together because they are magnetic. So they clamp together pretty tight. So this is a Hoop Master hooping station. When you order it, when it arrives, it'll come with the a two, I think it's two, it's definitely 2 pages. I don't know if it's front and back or not. Maybe in my unboxing will have it in there again, but it's 2 pages. One of the pages will have this, which is like a list of sizes and placements for it. I'll do a separate video on how to work the hoop master, but for this video, this is the hoop master. This is the bottom hoop. We'll put that one in first. For my embroidery designs, for my applique, I'm going to use the tearaway. Again, people say the whole little, if you wear it, don't tear it. It is just fine to be able to, you can use the tearaway applique material, and I learned that from one of the pros in the business, and because I was using that technique as well. If you wear it, don't tear it. So I would only use cutaway. But here lately, I've been doing the tearaway method, and it washes fine. I've done some clothes for me, my kids, and once I did that and had done several rounds and saw no problems, and additionally was reassured by the professional Rob Walker that it was fine to use tearaway. I mean cutaway. Now that's what I commit to. It's a lot easier, and then the bulkiness doesn't stay there for your designs. So once I've done this part, I have started to trim off this excess here. It's not required. I just think I like it because when I'm trying to slide the shirt in, sometimes it gets caught on that. So I just kind of trim that extra piece off here. You want to leave some of it because you need to be able to clamp, onto something with your hoop. So you don't want to clip all that off. But I just trimmed off. I had a little bit of excess, not much. But when I go to pull my shirt on, it can get caught on there and pull it downward. So I trimmed a little bit off. Here's my first shirt. I'm going to go ahead on and hoop both shirts, and then I'll get the designs going. That way I can just at least get this process going. Once I have it on here, so I look here and make sure that both of these are equal. Move this back a little bit. So the sides, the seams of the shirt, I just make sure they are both equal distance from the hoop, not from because I can feel here, I can feel the material. So I don't care if it's equal distant from the material, from the stabilizer. I need to be equal distant from the actual hoop. So that's hard. This is the hoop. So here, then I kind of pull it around, make sure it's touching the hoop on the back. So you just kind of, you'll find your own little techniques of making sure it's balanced. Some people will go in and press the shirt and or mark it. I used to go in and fold it over, use a ruler, find the middle piece. But the way that you have to work this business to be efficient is find efficiencies. So the efficiency is to trust the hoop. So the hooping is here. I make sure my placement is fine, that the hoop is balanced, that the shirt is balanced when I put it into the hoop, and then I can do the measurement from the machine. I'll show you how I do that again. I want this part of this open part, the largest part of my shirt, to go through to be fed into my machine, threaded into my machine. So I'm going to put my hoop facing that way. All right, so that just clamped right on in. I'm going to take this up, pull that right on off. All right, that comes right on off. You can hear just like a drum, right? Should be just like a drum, okay? So I'm going to come right here. Sorry, coming over here. I'm going to put this one on this machine. So I pull this up so that I can thread it perfectly. Oh, do you know what I did not do? Because I just came out here. Is oil my, so this is my bobbin. One of the only things you really have to make sure you're doing, I got to oil this bobbin. I use the Alba 5 lubricant. I'm going to oil right there in that space right there. Okay, that'll be just fine. I always look in here as well to make sure there's not any lint. Last time when I finished my project, I did go on and spray everything out too. So I'm just going to use one of the two heads, which is again not efficient. I said that in the previous machine, in the previous video, but because these are all custom designs, I need to have two of my machines running at one time. I can't run both designs on one machine because they have different, the established dates are different as well as the actual applique, they're different. So I'll have to do it this way. All right, and then now, so that's the first one. That was locked and loaded. So on here, I had that a little bit too high. So I don't tighten that one really because um, when I do my placement, I usually screw the bottom one into the holes, to those holes here. I'll screw this lower one in there, and then I put this one here and let this place where I want this to drop. Okay, so then I'll just lower it down onto there, and then it has a screw on the back side here that screws it onto here. Okay, so there's that. Here's my other shirt. Oh, took the shirt off there. I'll come back and show you how I load the shirts afterwards then, since I took that off. All right, and then this is the other shirt. I verified my shirt sizes beforehand. Oh, what did I forget to do? My backing. And the snapping made me realize, hey, that was loud. Uh, so my next video will show, I ordered some other hoops. I ordered the 13 by 8 mighty hoop, or the 8 by 13, I'm going to say it, because I'll have less waste with that one, because this design is only 5 inches. So I don't need to have this much backing that I'm just basically throwing away once I finish, because this cuts right into the middle of it. So, and again, for efficiency, right? You always want to be efficient and as less wasteful as possible, have as least waste as possible. So see how that extra just sitting there? When I thread the shirt on here, it's going to get caught on there and pull it down possibly. So I'm going to cut a little bit of that extra. Like I said, just enough for me to have grip so that I can clamp down with the magnet. Sometimes with a tearaway, once it's on there, you can pull it with the cutaway, because the cutaway is very tough. It's a fabric, it's like another material. It's very tough and dense. You can't pull it. But with the tearaway, once I have the magnets on there, I can't really pull to tighten the design. So again, you gotta just trust the process for this. All right, so here's the large. The next shirt, I'm going to have this part to the back, because that's the back of the shirt. So I'm going to thread it. Thread is the word we use in embroidery, or I guess, I don't know if I know we're using the sewing too. I don't sew, I'm not a seamstress, but I know threading is a word that we use for that too. When we're talking about machines, that means how you're going to slide the machine, the fabric or the blank into the machine. So, all right. So again, I'm going to fill here. Get right in front of it a little bit, kind of blocking y'all, I think. Just squaring it. I'm filling here to make sure I'm filling at the very top because I want to make sure that this distance, what I do is measure where the seam is on both sides. Okay. So I use the seam of my shirt on both sides, make sure they're pretty much equal distance. Going around the back of that hooping, go here. Again, I'm going to check my sides. Make sure they're about equal distance. You can feel like for me, I kind of pull them around to the bottom framing and make sure they're touching kind of the exact same places. And millimeter off, even centimeter off, you won't notice. But if you're talking about inches off in terms of placement, you're going to notice. And you really don't want your design to be crooked because I feel like you will notice crooked stuff too. All right, so that looks even. Sometimes you can say you'll trust the neckline, but I tell you, some of these necklines are not made correctly. So I just like to do the best I can there with that. Make sure all these things are even as they should be. Good. All right, and again, I want this part facing downward because I'm going to slide the machine in that way. Back a little bit again so you can see. Keep my hands out of the way and then bam, it pressed onto there. Okay, nice and tight. All right, and again, hear that? Just like a drum. Like a drum. Those of you who are Ace Ventura fans will know it's kind of like a glove. All right, so I'm going to put this first one on here. Thread it this way in. Okay, and then it'll clamp right into here. Okay, it clamps. They both will clamp. Hear that? All right. So then I peek. So then you should peek through here to make sure you don't have any of your material between the threading plate with the needle plate, which is here, and the fabric. So you don't want any of the, like, let's say this back material. I don't want this back material to be stuck underneath here because then it gets sewn together. Okay. So what I do is I bring this up and I sit it on top of my design, especially like I said, because this design is not at all nearly the size of this entire frame. This is a huge frame. It's for like jacket backs. I mean, you could do a front design here. I've done some pretty big front designs as well, but this one is an applique with mama or dad or papa or Mimi or different types of sayings like that going across. So this is the second one. Let's come over here with this one. And I am not going to keep y'all on this video too much longer. So if you follow my channel, you know that I'm still in the growing process. So I know I need to start doing things like when I get on, jump on Instagram. After I finish the video, I will link a lot of the stuff that I'm using down below, including my list of my favorite things, which is in my description. So, all right. So it is now locked and loaded. The machines are ready. So I'm going to go ahead on and at least get this first file going. I've already loaded the design. Well, I've put the designs into the machine. So now I'm just going to get it loaded onto the screen, find it, get them loaded onto the machine to be used actively or currently. And this is going to be the Mimi one. Done. Set my design. I'm going to make sure this is my F hoop. So I'm going to press that there, get that set up. F hoop is loaded. I'm going to invert my design so that it comes up where it's right side up, or actually it's upside down. But all right, and then when I do my trace, because you always want to trace the fill to make sure once it starts stitching, the needles are not going to hit the rim of the frame. You don't ever want your needles to hit the frame. I mean, you can come back from it, but it's gonna have you down for a few. So I'm gonna trace first. I always do my first trace without, just kind of as an observation trace. And sometimes I just put my hand there. So that design will come 3 finger breaths from the rim of this collar. So I'm gonna go a little bit further down. I like about 4 finger breaths, especially on a larger shirt. So that should be it. I should be able to. So what I'm gonna do, notice when it's tracing, I'm keeping my finger here, and I just want to see where that's gonna come across. So it kind of bisects my pinky finger. I'm okay with that. I'm actually gonna still move it just a tad bit more. And I am a trace-aholic, so I'm gonna do that and then still retrace. Perfect. Okay, so that comes right along the edge of my pinky, and then you see down here we have more than enough space between this shirt here and the rest of that there. So we are good to go. I'm gonna go ahead on and put the color code in for this one, and then we'll get going. Let me put a tad bit of. This one is so good because it doesn't require a lot of oil. You can just do one quick little spray on each side. I'm gonna do that on the 1 and then also at the 15, and it's good to go. Um, the oil that came with it, I was finding that my machine was getting super oily, and my products were. I was having to then go and fight with the material to get stuff from being oiled. Ugh, very frustrating. So, what are we doing? So let's go on and get this one loaded, and then we'll move to the other one, and then we'll hang up this thing. All right. So I'm going to trace one more time just to make sure nothing moved. So I know that my design is midline. Oh. So I don't know if you saw that. So just now when I went to move this, I had, and I guess because I was talking, I don't know if you can see that right there. There's a clamp. Yeah, it snaps in. You lift it up and it snaps in. If I would have started this design and that hadn't clamped in there, the vibrations of the machine would have made this continue to move, and I would have taken my registration off, which means my design would have been ruined because it would have kept moving and migrating. Okay, so that's terrible. So luckily, always check that, and I hopefully would have remembered to check that before I got started. Another thing I do, I want to make sure that I'm actually, something's feeling strange about this midline piece. Okay, it's there though. Okay. All right, fair enough. It's there. All right, so let me go look at I did not put down my color coding for the design real quick. Let me go look. This is the order of the colors for my stitches. So I could put it into the machine. So for this one, it is green, purple, gold. All right. So I'm gonna start with green. I have my colors up here. Green is number 15 for me. So let me show you how I put colors. Now I kind of go over the same things over and over, but in case, I'd rather do it too many times than to not do it at all. So escape here. So here, where you see these spools of thread, press that, and that's how you pick your colors. And you'll pick the number that correlates to the number for your thread on your machine. So 15 is my green, and then the way I have it ordered is 4 is my purple, and then gold is 9 for me on my machine. Oh, and I forgot because I have to do 2 of each because it's applique. So the way I did it was a run stitch and then the actual stitch. 4, 4, 9, 9, 9. And the last 9 is for the final color for the stitching for my thread. So that should be perfect. I will keep a close eye on it to make sure there's nothing else that I'm missing, but that all should be perfect. The third yellow is for the word that ends the design. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and press OK for that. You have to press OK to lock that plan in. And then we're going to go ahead on and get started. I'll look for my applique materials. So this is my green. It's my purple. And my gold. Should be perfect. First color here is going to be my green. Oh, I'm gonna stop. So what? Oh, let me show you over here. So what happened? What it's doing right now, and it's fine. So I'm gonna stop though. Is that I had it set to this AA, which means it'll continue going automatic for each step. I want it to be automatic and then manual, not automatic, automatic. The manual is so that I can stop and put down the glitter vinyl between the stitches, okay, between each run of stitches. So that was the first run. Remember, I had two 15s. That was the first 15. That first 15 is the placement stitch that tells me where to place my vinyl so that we can do the final actual applique design. Like, I don't think it matters. I'll go right here. Here's fine. Go like that. So I do sometimes spray it, but right now I'm right here, so I'll be just fine. I'll just hold it. You just want to make sure that you're not gonna um, miss the tack down portion, like that you're actually over where the line is. I'm being a little bit more cautious because I'm on video. And then once you get that first string going, you're good. So I'll watch that for a few seconds. And I'm good with walking away from this. Plus, I know it's probably loud. All right. So now it's starting the side stitch. All right. It purrs. Okay. I had, um, so Rob Walker, he does one-on-one training. And let me tell you something. That was like business changing for me. So I definitely recommend that. My machines, I was basically having to babysit them um, because when they ran, it was perfect, but I just couldn't troubleshoot if things weren't going right. If something wasn't right, I kind of was stuck into this whirlwind of 15, 20, 30 minutes an hour trying to figure out any one issue. Learning, having the hands-on learning, which kind of has gone away, it's priceless. So I was very excited that I was able to get that going again. All right, so my design has been selected. Let me do one more walkthrough. I did this again on my last video as well. But so my design has been picked. So for all of you Ricoma users, my design has been picked. Now I'll go to here where it says design set. I'm going to click that. See if I can bring myself a little bit higher. No, I guess not. So I go to design set. And then I want to pick a different frame. So I'm on the E frame. I need to move it to a bigger frame, right? So I'm going to move it to the F frame, which is the biggest frame. Well, not the biggest. The table is the biggest frame, but um, the G frame is the biggest frame. But F, and yeah, this is going to get bigger. The machine moves to align it, and then the frame, the hoop on the image. Can you see that green outline on there? That's kind of showing you the field, your embroidery field. Okay, so that increases well. And also remember, the way that I see it is it's gonna, so it will embroider the same exact way that it's looking. So I'm gonna flip that design with this F. I'm gonna go there and flip it. So now you see that I press OK. So now Papa flip the other way. I don't know if y'all can see that. And that way this is the way, this is the front where we're standing. This is the machine part, the back, and that's how it's going to embroider. All right, easy day, team. We're almost done with this lesson. I'm gonna get this started. Let me go back over to my machine one more time. I'm pretty certain I did this one with that same thing, but let me check it out. Yep, green, purple, and then gold on this one as well. So I'm gonna go ahead on and put those colors in. All right, so again, this is the colors. On this machine, my green is 11. So I'm going to do 11, 11, 11. And then purple is 12, so 12, 12. And then gold is 9, 9, 9, 9, 9. And then the extra 9 for the word. Uh-oh, what did I do differently? I don't know what went wrong here. Oh, I counted wrong. All right, so I think we're good. Uh-oh, there's something wrong there. So I don't know, maybe I left one of the run stitches or tack down stitches on. I'll keep a close eye on this one because 1 second, let me look and see what let me come on over here and see why this one is running more colors. So when you, I don't have it set up very well for you to come and watch my camera. Maybe next time I'll do a video, or one of these times I'll show you. You can do a printout of your design, and when you do the printout, it tells you exactly the colors. So it looks like for my purple, I didn't take out one of the stitches. I didn't take out the tack down stitch for the purple. So I'm gonna go, so it's 2 greens, 3 purple, so 12, 12, 12, and then 9, 9, 9. Okay, so you can always just go check your design. It's the easiest thing to do. And look at that, embroidering perfectly. All right, so we're good to go here. Let's do the amazing trace. So we're tracing this now. Oh, it's already perfectly placed. 4 fingers down. Already perfect. Got that space back there. All looks well. Bam. All right, nothing's catching. There's that space underneath there. All right, so I'm going to go with the start button. And I have this machine off. You see the light is, so you see the light is green here. This light, this is the second head. See, number 2 is the second head. This one is off. I can alternate and put, but I'm going to leave these smaller brackets here so I can do the sleeves on this one when I'm ready to do sleeves. I don't want to have to keep moving brackets. These things are brackets. The brackets are what hold your different hoops in place. Oh, so again, I need to stop there. Do you see what happened? I didn't switch from automatic. I'm on automatic. Trying to go to automatic manual. See that? You see that? AA. Go to AM. So I'm going to stop there. Backtrack. I'm going back. I'm going to cut that thread. And I'm going to place my green. Right here. Let's make green good it by now. Make sure it's at the front and the back, the top and the bottom, however you want to see it. All right, and then I'm going to hit press. I'm sorry. So when this is green, it means go. Because we're backtracking, I'm going to press up. Stop that there. I'm going to press up. And this when it turns red, you see that's red versus green. I make it red. And that means when I press start, it'll start stitching right there. So it stopped because I have it on automatic. So I'm press start again. And then it's going to keep going and we're good to go. All right, guys. So thank you for watching my live. I'm going to go ahead on and turn this off because I'm going to let these keep going. Then I'm going to start another video for the for my unboxing and putting together, assembling of the Mighty Hoops. Let me show you what I'm doing right here. You can pull this out or you can just do it down there. So I just ripped this off. Super simple and load it right back in. Okay, easy day. And I'm going to press start. Start on the next color. Should be my purple. I figured I can let this keep running while I'm still doing some stuff. And y'all are still on. Okay. Again, holding it in place while I get started. And bam! The wash the initial is definitely catching all of it. Because at this point, if some part was left out, if I had a bad placing, I can just pull it up and start over. All right, that looks perfect. All right, the green is coming. All of the machines are go. What else I can do, I guess, real quick before I hang up is, this is super simple. This is my roll. This is the roll of vinyl that I have. I'm going to just trim pieces of all of them so that I have enough for each of the designs. And then that'll be it. Thanks for watching. I'm going to hang up so I can do the opening of the Mighty Hoops, okay? Bye. Hope you like it. Please comment, like, and subscribe. I'm getting there, people. Thanks for watching. Thanks for supporting my channel. Bye.